Greetings survivors and friends, and welcome to Rust in 2025, where this image I posted a few years ago is soon to be reality. Not that I'm taking credit for anything, but anyway, I'm here on the Orcs 02 branch with news on what happens next, including knight armor, armor slots, an idea of what the new crossbow looks like, and hoppers. No, not that kind. But first, Rust had a hefty year of updates in 2024, and in case you've forgotten what happened, not hard I know, you can check the blog from a few days ago for a recap, and it doesn't look like the team are ready to stop fiddling, as 2025 is already shaping up to be a busy one. Coming up next, on February the 6th, will be the Primitive update, which will change all sorts of stuff and take Rust back to the medieval era. Verily, my liege. A lot of stuff will be included in this, much of which I've already shown, including a siege tower with 3 platforms, a ballista and catapult with various ammo types, and the latter of which can also fire players, a drivable battering ram, 4 different types of shield which can be used with quite a few tools and weapons, a medieval barricade, and a primitive game mode to go with it which will restrict which items are available and craftable. Still don't have all the details on this, and it isn't yet live on this branch, but I'm told the game mode will limit items up to the revolver, for instance. You know, that classic medieval weapon. But there is, interestingly, a server.era convar too, which I'm told is for internal tooling, but intriguingly has parameters for none, primitive, medieval, frontier, and rust. So, potentially there could be a number of different options down the line. Hopefully it'll be possible to have a play around with this later in the month, so stay tuned. As you can see, I'm sporting the ultimate in retro fashion this week, as now on Orcs 02 we can get a first look at the Knight Armour DLC, which would appear to be a 3-set reskin for the road sign jacket and kilt and the coffee can helmet, with the stats being exactly the same, and despite appearances the helmet doesn't change how you see things. I was kind of hoping for night vision, but alas, it's not to be. I must say I'm a little disappointed that this isn't a full suit of armour, but it's okay as long as you don't look down. And as I say, this will be a DLC! Also coming soon, and I believe part of next month's update, will be a 4-shot mini crossbow, which although not yet in-game to test, I can show you final concept art of here. I think you'll agree this looks rather cool, and I'd imagine the animations have probably taken a bit longer to sort out than most items. I believe it will also be using its own ammo, bolts rather than standard arrows, but I don't have that confirmed just yet. In addition to these changes, according to the blog, melee ranges and damages are being tweaked, although I'm told this is still up in the air and I don't know if these changes will be specific to the primitive game mode or Rust-wide yet. And there's talk of armor slots in the commits, which is an early work in progress and therefore massively subject to change. But I am told that the idea is for crafted armor to have slots, much like weapons do for attachments. You might then be able to insert various armor plates, such as asbestos for heat protection, metal and wood for physical protection, and maybe lead for rad protection, and there could be a movement speed penalty for some of these. The stat modifications granted might be quite small, but there may be a possibility of rolling more armor slots when crafting, with the potential for special teas to influence the chance, and this could be expanded in future to apply to firearms with extra modifiers added. So one day you could be running around with the ultimate legendary irradiated Daedric Eoka of poisoned pickles or something. But this is very much just a concept at the moment. Horses are getting a bit of a rework, as they will have to start pulling their weight a bit more in the primitive mode, as well as siege weapons, and along with a number of changes to animations and general quality of life, they'll also soon be able to swim across bodies of water, although be warned, if they run out of stamina they'll sink faster than Artax in the Swamps of Sadness, with similar consequences, and underwater flies, it would seem. Also in the commits this week is talk of a new hopper attachment for storage boxes which will work on the industrial system and collect stuff dropped in a 1.5 meter radius around it. Perfect for those of us who employ the floor filing system. According to the commits, it won't be able to pull items through building blocks, but will be able to do so through deployables. It'll need power and will also act as a storage adapter. More on this when I get it. There are some new graphical options coming, including a new textures section with extra options for MIP maps, which were already commands but have now been exposed here, but I'm told these may change depending on how impactful they are. Apart from that, there are a couple of fixes mentioned, such as the holosight reticle switching to the default red whilst night vision's on, just to keep things looking normal, and the maximum length of a telephone directory name increasing to 30 characters from 20. What a time to be alive. And of course there's so much more coming down the pipe later on, such as Cooking 2.0 and the jungle biome, but that's another story for another time. Please let me know what you think to all this new stuff in the comments below, and leave a like and a sub if you'd be so very kind. You can stay up to date with me in all the usual places, including my Steam group, and support me here with Patreon, YouTube memberships and super thanks. All the links are below. I shall catch you all soon, but in the meantime, keep calm and stay rusty. Cheerio.